On May 16, 2025, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif addressed a nation still reeling from the events of the past week. His voice, though heavy with the weight of the crisis, resonated with determination. He spoke of the unprovoked aggression that Pakistan had faced. He recounted the sacrifices made by the brave soldiers who defended the nation. Most importantly, he spoke of the unity and resilience of the Pakistani people. The Prime Minister's address was not just a recounting of the events, it was a call to action. He urged the nation to stand together, to support the armed forces, and to remain vigilant. He spoke of the need for dialogue and diplomacy, but also of the unwavering resolve to defend Pakistan's sovereignty. He emphasized the importance of this day, Youm-e-Tashakur, a day to give thanks for the sacrifices made and the victory achieved. This day, he declared, was a testament to the indomitable spirit of Pakistan. It was a day to remember the sacrifices of the martyrs who laid down their lives defending their homeland. It was a day to honor the courage of the armed forces who stood firm against aggression. Above all, it was a day to reaffirm the nation's commitment to peace, but a peace built on strength and unwavering resolve. The Prime Minister's words resonated deeply with the people. They had faced their darkest fears and emerged victorious. They had stared into the abyss and found the courage to fight back. Youm-e-Tashakur was not just a day of gratitude, it was a day of national reaffirmation. The events that led to Youm-e-Tashakur began in the dead of night. On May 9, 2025, the peaceful slumber of a nation was shattered by the roar of explosions. Indian forces, in a blatant act of aggression, launched a series of attacks on Pakistani soil. The targets were not military installations, but civilian infrastructure. The initial wave of attacks caught many off guard. Panic and confusion spread like wildfire. The images of the aftermath were heart-wrenching. Hospitals overflowed with the wounded. Families were torn apart. Among the casualties was a 6-year-old child, a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. Pakistan, however, did not succumb to fear. The nation rallied behind its leadership. The armed forces were immediately mobilized. Prime Minister Sharif convened an emergency meeting with the armed forces commanders. The mood was somber, the situation grave, but the resolve was unwavering. Pakistan had always been a proponent of peace. It had consistently called for dialogue to resolve outstanding issues with India. However, this act of unprovoked aggression could not be ignored. Pakistan would respond not with aggression, but with firm and decisive action. The decision was swift and unanimous. Pakistan would exercise its right to self-defense. The response, however, would be measured and calculated. The objective was not to escalate the conflict, but to send a clear message that aggression would not go unanswered. Within hours, the roar of Pakistani fighter jets filled the skies. The Pakistan Air Force, equipped with state-of-the-art technology, including homegrown advancements on Chinese jets, swung into action. Their target, the Indian aircraft that had violated Pakistani airspace. One by one, 6 Indian aircraft, including advanced Rafale and MiG fighters, were shot down. The 6th downing, a drone, was personally confirmed by Air Marshal Zahir Babar. The downing of the Indian aircraft sent shockwaves across the world. India, caught off guard by the swiftness and effectiveness of the Pakistani response, retaliated with ballistic missile attacks. The Norkan airport and other strategic locations were targeted. The attacks caused significant damage, but the Pakistani resolve remained unshaken. The nation was on high alert. The armed forces, under the leadership of Chief of Army Staff General Syed Asim Munir, were ready for any eventuality. General Munir worked in close coordination with Prime Minister Sharif, keeping him informed of the evolving situation and seeking his guidance on every crucial decision. The intensity of the Pakistani response took India by surprise. Faced with the prospect of a full-blown conflict, India initiated a ceasefire request. Pakistan, demonstrating its commitment to peace, accepted the ceasefire. However, the message was clear. Aggression would be met with unwavering resolve. The events of May 9th and 10th, 2025, sent ripples across the globe. Pakistan's decisive action, its technological prowess, and its commitment to peace became a topic of discussion in capitals around the world. The United States, Japan, and countries in the Middle East and Europe took note of Pakistan's capabilities. The international community lauded Pakistan's restraint in the face of provocation. The United States, in a surprising move, pledged to increase trade with Pakistan. The events highlighted the importance of dialogue and diplomacy in resolving disputes, while also underscoring the importance of a strong defense. Youm-e-Tashakur, the Day of Gratitude, was observed on May 16, 2025, to commemorate the successful defense of the nation. It was a day to honor the sacrifices of the martyrs, to celebrate the courage of the armed forces, and to reaffirm the nation's commitment to peace. The day was marked by special prayers, gun salutes, and aerial displays by the Pakistan Air Force. Youm-e-Tashakur was more than just a day of celebration. It was a symbol of Pakistan's resilience. It was a message to the world that Pakistan, while committed to peace, would not hesitate to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity. It was a day that would forever be etched in the annals of Pakistan's history.